Hey everybody, welcome to the Product Owner Summit. I'm your host, Vasco Duarte, and today we'll be talking about a real agile topic. I want to emphasize the real agile because we're going to hear a real story about how to bring the experimentation mindset to even large companies. Our amazing guest is the agilist extraordinaire and author of Extreme Contracts, Jacopo Romei. Hey Jacopo, welcome.
Hello, how are you? It's nice to meet you again after years and years and years.
Absolutely. So Jacopo has been on the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast, and we'll put the link below the video so that you can go and listen to his episodes as well as read his blog posts on Extreme Contracts. But today we're not going to talk about Extreme Contracts. We're going to talk about how we can bring experimentation mindset and real agility to even large corporates. There are other sessions about this topic, so I want to highlight one, which is the session on the death of roadmaps with Colin Johnson. So you can find all of those talks at productownersummit.org. So check it out. But now let's focus on the story that Jacopo has to share with us about introducing real agility and experimentation mindset in even large corporate. So this all started with a tweet that I read some time ago. And Jacopo, you started that Twitter thread with a rather provoking statement. And it went like this: can corporations, and of course we understand large companies, validate their product ideas as well as startups do? Actually, no. And of course, when I read that, I thought, okay, he's going to talk about how small companies are so much more agile and so on. But you surprised me. You said, actually, most corporations can validate their ideas even better than startups could ever do. So let's see why, with a story revolving around coffee and Airbnb. And I'm very curious to hear your real life version of this story. So tell us that story, Jacopo.
Yeah, so basically I was working for a huge Italian coffee producer. So this is very stereotypical. And they hired me to discover, prototype, and validate new business models, okay? So basically the coffee market is quietly based on commodities. It's very fragile. So if someone starts doing a coffee that is good enough and costing half of the cost, so basically even huge producers might be replaced in a very short time.
So the main competition, as you're describing it, is around price, as long as the quality is good enough.
Exactly. But as you, I mean, we can mention brands, but maybe it's better we don't. So let's think about the huge franchise of bars based on coffee that you can see around the world. Basically, they are providing a nice place. They're providing an experience, right? And so, okay, let's keep it short. This is the point. So coffee producers are fighting to provide experiences to their users and not just the product. Which brings us back to a main point about discovering new products. Actually, products are not the business model. Business model is made of many parts. We can think about the business model canvas, and the products are one of the key assets. The value proposition is something that is unrelated. The value proposition and the experience is not the same thing as the product. So, for example, if I can provide ways to fill, and this is what we did actually, I'm back on track now. We can look for ways to feel people belong to our brand when they take a break. So let's think about that. Okay, so if I make coffee, if I sell coffee, I'm selling something that you use to create a beverage. But actually, you are trying to sneak into the way people take care of themselves, okay? So this was the assumption.
So that's the starting point, right? Like you were thinking about how can we, through the coffee that we deliver, allow people to feel that they are actually taking good care of themselves? Is that how it started?
So basically, we started wondering how we can have people stop buying coffee and start thinking of the brand as the land of the break, the point in time and space where you can have a break, okay? Because actually, people will